Hi, I'm Sarah Heilman, and today I'll be presenting in our class Music in America about the band Maroon 5. Music has the power to evoke emotions, remind someone of something special, feel good, change mood, and inspire. Maroon 5 music is no different. With songs like Daylight, She Will Be Loved, Sunday Morning, many emotions can be evoked. Maroon 5 has released 7 successful albums in the many years they have been together performing as a musical group. They started out with various members in middle school in each other's basements and garages, like many musically inclined teenagers. These members include Adam Levine, who's on lead vocals and guitar. He's the most well-known. James Valentine on guitar, Mickey Madden on bass, Jesse Camberchow on keyboard, Ryan Dursick on drums, and Matt Flynn also on drums. Matt and James are not original members, and Ryan ended up leaving the group, all civil disagreements, but in a professional manner, as many bands behave. Their inspiration for songs, lyrics, rhythms, melodies, and music in general first came from Nirvana and Pearl Jam. With these bands in mind, Ryan and Adam's songwriting could be described as nonsense and brooding, according to Mickey in Maroon 5's biography. Overexposed is the name of this biography where I got most of my information. These interests changed, as most things do in adolescence, and transformed into musical tastes that mainly consisted of the Beatles turning their style toward lighter pop songs. These bright songs with loud guitars are what Mickey states got them signed to the management company Warner Brothers. The success that came from signing the deal with a few, as they called them, weird tours and selling of about 1,000 records, not a huge accomplishment in the band's eyes, but looking back now, was their key to success. This in turn caused the band to reevaluate their style once more, once they saw success from changing. It triggered a classic rock and folk music flair. This turned into a hiccup in the band's pace. Adam and Jesse traveled to Long Island for a while, putting Maroon 5's previous road trip on pause. While they were gone, they brainstormed lyrics and went through different experiences and influenced their lyrics in creative processes. The rest of the group stayed back and continued to play even with the absence of the two members, Adam and Jesse. What seemed to be a negative experience turned out to be a step in the right direction for their success, because the band started fresh upon their return and ended up developing the album Songs About Jane. While recording the demos for this album, a guitar tech was needed to change strings and be a resource for a guitar experience. They ended up coming upon James. Their current guitarist was transitioning from 6 strings to 88, opening up an opportunity to add to the band. James then was invited to join the band and be the 5th musician, giving the group its now famous and fitting name, Maroon 5. No one knows the true story or the origin of the meaning and reasoning behind the band's name, just having the number 5. That's the only thing. The maroon is a secret to the band. With the release of Songs About Jane came many shows and venues around the country by Smelly Van and RV, as the band joked. These soon turned into tour buses and encounters with famous producers and celebrities. They managed to win multiple Grammys and went platinum on their 10th anniversary of being a band. With their increasing popularity and success came a lot of work, mainly physical stress from months on tour and performing. Ryan badly injured his arm while performing and ended up having to leave the group because of it. With Maroon 5's performances in high demand, they were in dire straits and needed a drummer. Matt Flynn came to the rescue and learned the songs and drum parts to their record, allowing them to continue touring. Matt was officially in the band, and they began writing their next album. To do so, a few members moved to the Houdini Mansion, a famous mansion in Laurel Canyon that is said to be haunted, while the rest of the group and creative producers and comrades came and went daily to organize the new ideas stored up during the months of touring with the songs repeatedly being played every night. The recording process brought great success to the band with this method. Some of their most well-known songs were developed in this mansion in this area of recording and songwriting, bringing them their most amount of fans and fame. Once the album It Won't Be Soon Before Long was released, they went back on tour, this time all over the globe. After months and months of traveling and performing, Maroon 5 members regrouped near Hollywood, got back to the sense of normality and their famous rock stars' lives as normal as their famous lives could get. This did not last long because after a short amount of time, songwriting and attempted relaxation, the band was offered another great opportunity to collaborate with the musical success Matt Lange, a great honor to the band. They spent a few summer months in Switzerland working with Mr. Lange in order to produce another amazing record, Hands All Over. The band described this as an ideal environment for their creative process, possibly the cause for the album's musical genius and new inventive style never executed by Maroon 5. I remember hearing about this new style. It was being discussed on TRL, Total Request Live, on MTV. The band announced it was changing their sound. Being a dedicated Maroon 5 fan, I was shocked because I loved the music they were creating, but stood by to see what they would deliver. I was scared they would lose their fans because on the show they stated if their fans don't like it, they'll have to deal with it. The change they made to the new album not only kept the fans loving them, but brought more fans onto the Maroon 5 bandwagon. What also helped the fan base was Adam's success. He was asked to sing a hook for a gym class hero song, Stereo Hearts. Collaborating with another band, always a concept to Maroon 5, was against it, but after their success of taking this risk, the group found a new way to gain even more success and musical achievement. They took a break from touring and did another collaboration with Christina Aguilera in Moves Like Jagger. According to Mickey, this rejuvenated their whole career. The combination of Adam and Christina offered perfectly in time with Adam's new role as judge on NBC's The Voice. This also was an exceptional opportunity to launch the single with Aguilera and gain a more diverse fan base because of the judge's fans including Blake Shelton, a country fan base, CeeLo Green's a soulful fan base, and Christina's pop fan base. Their newest album was launched in a vast, diverse musical environment with this show's assistance in exposure, Overexposed. It was written without Jesse due to the personal wants and needs that the band was sad to allow him to go, but ended up getting an extra hand they needed to complete the song in a way that they've never done before, with the decision to collaborate with another band, musician, and producer. Maroon 5 is currently on tour, sharing their unique, catchy music with the world and their fans. They are currently playing on the iTunes account, lifting my spirits of many, pumping up athletes before a game, entertaining millions on their drive to work, set as my ringtone on my phone, and will wake me up on my morning alarm, and are continuing to make, in my opinion, some of the greatest music around.